What's up, guys? I'm Andrew Nieporent. Welcome back to Sometimes Monday Works. It's a nice day out there, I think. It was nice and cool the past weekend. I had a great weekend. Last night, after having spent the day in the city where I go to study the Mahabharata, which is like a Indian epic. It's kind of like their Iliad or Odyssey with a lot of juicy spiritual wisdom to be gained with wonderful people over at the Bhakti Center. After having spent the day doing that, I took the train to the Oradell area, hung out with my good friend John Kelly, extremely talented classical guitarist, and we went and got Peruvian food, and then we went to Cool Beans open mic, and Cool Beans was hopping. I had the first beer I've ever had at Cool Beans last night, which is a really strange experience considering they only recently got a liquor license, but I've been going there since I was 18 and therefore not even old enough to buy an alcoholic beverage. That was an interesting experience. Shout out to Azella, who I hadn't seen in a long time until I heard her sing last night. Going to get a beer, and I'm like, wow, you can do that now. Okay, so I went and did that. Had a great time last night, absolutely. Also, shout out to last Monday where I did not end up going to the Sidewalk Cafe, but I went to go see the Foxfires beginning their Straight Outta Nyack tour over at Austin House right in here in my neighborhood down the street. They were excellent, as always. I'm going to play you guys a song that I wrote last fall. I wrote it last fall, looking back on the summertime, and we're soon to be looking back on this summertime as well. Although, if you're going by the actual seasons, then we've got a nice, hopefully beautiful September to go. But this song's called Maddie Callaghan, pressing my summer nostalgia on a hypothetically beautiful and pleasant companion. I could have been a writer, but the words slipped off my tongue. And I could have traveled far away, but I longed for everyone. And I could have turned a few chords into money that I'd earned. And I could have been a teacher, but I had so much to learn. But I just want to see her green eyes, how they blend in with the sea. So I'll dream of Maddie Callaghan wherever she may be. And I miss the local jokers and the dirty tales they'd tell. And I miss that smoky merchant with expensive wares to sell. And I miss the flirting couples and the awkward ways they'd meet. And I miss the friendly warning as the kids took to the street. But her hair's a flowing chestnut in the salty ocean breeze. So I'll dream of Maddie Callaghan wherever she may be. False prophets appealing to my ears. I ain't serving any God who one day disappears. And I don't want politicians telling me how to be free. kissing anyone unless she's kissing me. And I just wanna feel her soft skin in that fading summer breeze. So I'll dream of Maddie Callaghan wherever she may be. And I just wanna see her green eyes, how they blend in with the sea. So I'll dream of Maddie Callaghan wherever she may be. I'll dream of Maddie Callaghan wherever she may be. Yeah, so that definitely that song is heavily inspired by old folk bluegrass song Handsome Molly, which some of you may be familiar with if you like to listen to early Bob Dylan, either like studio demos, like the Whitmark demos, or if you like to listen to his like some early gigs he might have done when he first arrived in Greenwich Village, such as Live at the Gaslight, then you might be familiar with that song, Handsome Molly, which is a lovely song, and I've got a thing for the Irish. I am in no way, shape, or form. I am half Sicilian and half Polish Jewish, both of which both ancestries of which I'm very, very fond of, although I must say, if I do not achieve being free from birth in this lifetime, I would not be so bad to be reincarnated Irish. I kid, but only partially. That is, yeah, it's a beautiful song, and so I was feeling what I was feeling about the summertime and about just kind of that peaceful feeling of kind of just being present that you get when it's not too hot, not too cold. I guess exactly how it feels, you know, just in the early fall, end of summertime. And so I wrote that, and I've been into that lately, kind of taking old folk songs and then rebuilding them from the ground up to the point where they're very much mine in every sort of way, but I take a lot of satisfaction from that initial germ coming from you know, a source that's traditional or very old-time popular that just holds up very well emotionally. I think people resonate with things like that. A couple weeks ago, I played you guys Kafka on the Shore, which does the same sort of a thing with Follow the Drinking Gourd, and I've got a few others that I've done that way, and I probably will do a few more. I don't think I would ever like make a traditional folk album, because I think, although like I love things like Mermaid Ave, Billy Bragg and Wilco, I just think it's a more diverse work that's unified thematically is more like the kind of album I prefer to make. So big announcement, I have sort of put together a date that I've had kind of in my pocket for a little while, and that is Thursday, September 10th at Asana House, right down the street on Valley Road, right around the corner from where I'm currently living in Montclair. It's a great juice bar, Asana House. Nice little neighborhood spot, and I'm going to be playing a solo set there, and accompanying me will also be Ariel Joseph, who is, if you live in the Montclair area, you probably know him. He's a very talented musician, songwriter, and interpreter of other songs. I'll be honest, I've you know, been listening to Dark Side of the Moon since high school at least, but I never actually took in the lyrics of Time till I heard Ari sing it, so he's excellent. And also John Rosario, who I met as a member of the Schwam a couple months ago, playing when we shared a bill at Tierney's, and we all made friends that night, and he sent me his solo stuff, and we talked about doing a show together, and it's finally happening, and I'm very excited about that. So on Thursday, September 10th, come out and see the three of us, and as you know, I'll be making all sorts of reminders in this web series right here. last Monday at the Ridgewood Coffee Company with Emma McLaughlin was incredible. We all had a wonderful time opening, and then her set was just great. It was so cool to hear her again. It was really, I enjoyed the feeling of solo electric. It kind of reminded me of Neil Young on Len Noise. And I was also glad because we got to trade our albums, which we had not heard each other in quite a while, and so I got her cassette. And what was cool is because I went to my parents' place in Piermont immediately after that, I was actually able to have access to a cassette player because my dad's got like 5 of those, and I listened to the Moonbow cassette. So shout out to Emma, your record is awesome, and I look forward to taking advantage of that download code to get that on my laptop. So I'm not going to do a cover song today. I'm just not really feeling that format, and I'm not really feeling any sort of hard, fast format for this web series, just that I can share stuff with you. But one thing I have been working on, just a little bit of a progression. I've been very frustrated lately because I write like choruses that deserve good songs, and I can't write any more verses. So I've had this kicking around for months, and it's driving me insane. And it's like da 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 da. Like that could be, that could be anthemic or it could be totally cliche. It needs to be. Think more must be built around it. So I've been playing around with it probably since May or June. No, earlier than that, April. I was sitting waiting for the 28 bus, playing around with this thing. So really hoping I can have a breakthrough. I have a working title. I know it's basically Pachelbel's Canon, but so is everything. But it's like oh, da 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 da, pouring rain and lemonade, like lemonade and pouring rain and lemonade. I don't know why that sounds good. I think it does, though. I think it'd be a really cool song if I can just write a damn song. But, these things take time, but it's cool to have this series that I can actually show you guys that source of frustration. And maybe one of you who knows me could make some sort of a suggestion, or just say, hey, I hope that song gets written, or whatever you would like to do. That is always appreciated. It makes me feel just a little bit less like I'm the, solitary artist working seriously in isolation. Because although I do, write my own stuff by myself and everything, I'm a big believer in community and in friendship, and that, nothing happens, without, the world at large, people mingling and moving together. So with that, I wish you all a great day. I think today I will indeed get myself over to the Sidewalk Cafe, because now that I know my classical guitar lessons are going to start up again in not 2 weeks. No, actually I have a little while, but the point is those are going to be Monday nights, and I won't be able to get there, so I'm hoping to get a couple good times in at the Sidewalk Cafe. Hopefully I get to play tonight before the summer is out. So please wish me luck, friends, and I will see you next time on Sometimes Monday Works. Thanks. Have a good one.